I mean, it's hard to watch these games the day after you get eliminated.
Really feel like it, yeah.
Nick kind of has like he likes the humiliation ritual of going to like watch the games in person to feel horrible about himself, to like motivate himself.
Yeah, that works.
I can't do it. I was watching, but I didn't want to go to the venue. Yeah. Also, like, it hurts to like see fans and then be like, it's okay, you did a great job anyway this weekend. It's like, that was not a fucking great job. Like, you don't have to lie to me, like it feels
thanks,
so bad.
But like you're lying and we all know it.
It's like, I know you're trying to make me feel better and I appreciate that. But I'm like, I think we all felt embarrassed by that series. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 50 of the Cloud9 Kia forecast. We're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about the games. We obviously recently played in Arizona, got swiftly 0-3'd by TL. It's definitely tough games. We can just start in game one. How did you feel about this game one, Phil?
I mean, I was pretty happy with the draft we got. The one question mark was like maybe it's hard for Anivia to play into Rakan was what I was thinking inside the game.
Yeah.
But she's playing against Xayah and Ryze, who are two immobile carries that she can like zone away from the fight. So even though Rakan and Lee Sin get on her, maybe she can wall their carries away or something. And I thought, unless like they're doing like crazy plays, we can just win team fights. And they also picked a matchup bot that shouldn't really be picked, I think. Like
Xayah Rakan into unplayable for them.
Is like, Rakan was like unable to lane really.
Yeah, they're down like 20 CS just
just existing. And it's not like they outscale necessarily. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the draft going into it. The one question mark I had was how useful is Nocturne going to be when we're playing this like Anivia Ashe Seraphine comp where we don't really want to go in. But then we kind of just like Nocturne in general. Like we don't really need anything to play Nocturne. We first pick it and I don't think Bladder cared that much.
Yeah.
So I was happy with the draft going into it, but then we had a disaster at Drake where I don't think we played very well. I think Ian on Anivia should have played differently. He like wasted all his skills and then they all just walked in.
Walked in.
Yeah, we didn't actually fight them back, and then it ended up being fine because our comp, like the fight was so bad for them that even though we played it the worst way possible, they still couldn't win it. So we still got the Drake. We pushed them out. I think we maybe got like a couple flashes. We tried sums or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they killed us on the back end because I don't know why, but we disrespected them.
Yep, they killed us on the back end, and then the fight that should have been winning ended up with us getting Drake and dying 3 times. So
triple killed, right?
Yeah, it was triple killed. Also, like when they picked Zahen, I was pretty happy, to be honest. I thought Zahen was like not good into
Ashe Seraphine Anivia.
Ashe Seraphine
into
Anivia.
Short
like,
range
I feel
champs,
like that champ already, like you kind of want to be versus melees anyway, but when you're playing versus Ashe Seraphine Anivia, it just seems like you're just not going to have value within the game. But yeah, I mean, the Zahen didn't really end up needing to participate. I think those things we could have maybe done in 4 or 5 to make it better for us, slightly. But I was also happy with the draft. It was just unfortunate because I felt like the whole series, and we talked about it, came down to we just lost fights that we should win, and then we lost 50-50 fights, and then losing fights we don't show up. So it's like
there was nothing going on. Yeah.
There was nothing going on. We just didn't win a fight the whole series. It felt like.
Yeah.
So it was pretty disappointing. How do you feel about it, Thanatos?
I made mistake level 1, so I didn't push third wave, and I got solo kill level 3 first game.
Yeah,
that's my bad. But I came back from the 2v2 play like way later with Bleber against Ryze Lee Sin. But doesn't matter. I don't know why, but felt like game was unplayable after like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I felt like we just made so many mistakes. Like, I mean, also I think we have this thing as a team. Like the elephant in the room is like when things start going bad for us. Like the beginning of the game was pretty much as big of a disaster as possible. We died on vision to play mid. We just thought we weren't gonna die, so we didn't end up flashing. And then Thanatos died top, and then we have like the Drake fight that went as bad as humanly possible. I felt like that like changed how we felt about the series. Like it just felt like really bad because I think that also from our perspective, I think we're happy with the draft we got, and then when things start going bad, it like feels extra terrible in my mind. Whereas if like you have a bad draft, you can just kind of be like, it's like shit draft, just go next game. But like we should be happy like going in. So yeah, I mean it was just tough. That game ended up kind of like we made that play to try to kill the Zahen, we didn't end up killing him. I think we like missed arrow or something on him after Blabber flashed over. And at the same time, we went to push mid, and they just TB'd behind us. And then after that, it felt like
it was GG
over.
after that.
Yeah, it was completely over. Game 2 was the grub disaster that we had.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know. Like, a lot of these fights, I just felt like they walked into fights that they shouldn't win, and then they just won them, and it just felt like so miserable. You know, like they're fighting with Yone when he has Doran's Helm and Berserker Greaves, and our Ziggs is a full item, and Trundle has no flash because he inted for the last crab, and Thanatos killed him, and then we just have another disaster on the, in that grub fight. Like, we ended up using 4 ults on top of Bard ult. Like, I think Blabber should have probably flash EQ'd, and we could have just played it like that, but yeah, that was just... I felt like that one just ended that game. So, like, first 2 games just had disasters early that, like, pretty much ended the game. And I think that I don't know how it felt to you guys in this game, but...
And the problem with game 2 is that we don't really have, like, fallback, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, once we fall behind against, like, Bard and Trundle, like, they'll just stat check us or, like, make picks or whatever. Like, it's really hard for me as Nautilus to like get a good play, and I think it's the same for Blabber on Jarvan. So yeah, I mean, we had like 2, I guess, school of thought about that grub fight where it's like Dom is saying we can flash EQ the guy, probably one-shot him, and then play from there. Like, we know he's gonna get Bard ulted, but it doesn't really matter. He's not gonna be moving anyway. Bard ult doesn't you know teleport the guy out of the fight. It's not a Thresh Lantern. Or we could have also played it slower because our Ziggs had Blackfire Torch 2-0, so we were also saying like we can just play it slow, but we kind of did the worst way possible where we played to one-shot, but we didn't play it correctly if we want to do that. So playing to one-shot is technically more risky if you don't actually one-shot, which is what happened. And then it was a disaster because we didn't flash the Ornn all flash. Like, it just happened. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we didn't expect it, but
the Ornn ult, and then Yone ulted, and we had like 3 flashes. We get hit by everything, and then it's just GG on the spot. Yeah, that game was I don't know. Like, a lot of these games, I just was I was just trying to like think about what type of comp we needed to play to win, because generally that's something that I thought we were strong at throughout the split. Like, when we have agency to make plays and go on them, we normally do that well as a team. But it just didn't happen in the series. So it felt like we were losing on both sides of it. But yeah, I remember like backstage we had like it felt like we didn't even agree in the series about like how this should be played and like, what was happening. Game 3, this was another unfortunate one. There was the red card top lane.
unlucky.
Yeah. Unlucky. And then Blabber tried to flash predict at the same time. So
yeah, I was looking because we couldn't be bot anymore because we were gonna get dove.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think we based and I was going mid or something. So I had my camera up there, and the game wasn't going good for us. So it's not like we were in control or something. But it was like this was like our last chance to have a game. This in a game we needed that play to go well, I guess, and then. Yeah, it was just the biggest disaster of all time.
Yeah, it was the biggest disaster of all time.
Because we needed to have Shen use W. Like, I feel like the Shen...
He used EW.
So he had nothing.
And half HP.
Yeah.
And we have TF and Seju full HP type.
Yeah, so he's dead.
If he leaves, he's like...
Faker,
and he was Faker.
Yeah. But I was going to say, like, I'm pretty sure he can save his spell, the Shen. Like, he doesn't have to use W, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but he
tried to trade.
Yeah.
So, like, if he doesn't trade and we don't have that top play, we're, like, already cooked. But he did, thankfully. And we're like, okay, nice. We need to do this play. Like, let's go right now. Because it wasn't looking good, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
And then they gave us a chance.
Like, if I were to look at the drafts, like, objectively, I think third game is probably, like, the one game where it's, like, I think the worst draft we had. If you're looking, like, objectively. But I thought it was just kind of, like, a different approach. Because up until that point, it's, like, you were playing, like, Rumble and Scion, and it's like, okay, let's go for something where you're playing more of like carry within this game. So you're playing Mbessa. And that was our approach there, and we just weren't able to get anything going within this game. Like, there was a level 3 gank bot, and then, Blabber was kind of far ahead from that, like, because he ended up getting enemy blue, and he didn't lose any camps, so we were able to get some type of lead, but then we couldn't fight Crab, and it just became like another game where it just felt like we weren't really playing. Like, I felt like there wasn't much gameplay going on in this series. It felt like a very, like, quiet series from us, just didn't win any fights the entire series. Whereas, like, even though we got 3-0'd by LYON, I felt like we were playing the game. You know, like, we'd have fights go our way, and LYON is very good at clutching out these situations and beating you in the small margins. But I felt like we just didn't show up in this series at all. So, obviously, we're all really disappointed, and this has been, like, kind of a common theme. So, we're going to have to do whatever it takes to, put ourselves in a position where this doesn't happen again in summer. And, yeah, we're just going to be looking at, like, everything, right? Like, everything's on the table, and we're going to be making decisions as to, what we think will lead us to that goal, because I'm sure no one on the team is satisfied with these types of results. Like, it's for a team like Cloud9, you're expected to go to internationals, even though we haven't been in, like, whatever. I think there was like a stat like 8 times like in a row or whatever. That's the expectation. And if you're not doing it, it's like things have to change. So yeah, we're gonna we have a boot camp coming up. We're gonna be going to Korea. We're gonna try to figure out what our approach is gonna be going into the next split, and I think we'll go from there. So after we ended up losing to TL, there was the finals obviously that took place between TL and LYON. LYON 3-0'd TL. It was essentially 2 stomps on the weekend. We got stomped by TL. TL got stomped by LYON. Probably felt horrible as a fan to go out. Like, if you pay money to go out and watch, and then you just see, like, 2 stomps compared to, if this was last year or there was, like, that close 3-2 finals, that would have been way more hype with this type of crowd.
Don't remind.
Yeah.
Please.
There aren't many good memories to bring up with us in finals, so just going for the ones that come to mind. But, yeah, I mean, this finals, I felt like LYON just played their game. Like, it just felt like TL couldn't win when LYON was playing the way they do. Game 1 was actually pretty close between.
Yeah, that's the one game I watched pretty closely. That was an interesting game.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I thought that the approach was interesting from LYON because they gave Varus and Orianna, which are considered like S tier first pick champs. They gave both of them, and they played Ezreal, Xin Zhao, and their answer to the Orianna was Akali, which makes sense, right? Because Quid's best champion is Akali, so they get a time where they can play it in a game that's decent for Akali.
And also, Quid isn't the best Orianna.
Yeah,
I think he played fine in that game, but
Yeah.
like, it's like kind of known, I guess, that it's like not his favorite champ to play.
Yeah, I mean, he's the melee player, and like, like Quad is more the mage player. Yeah, and then you have Saint, who's kind of like a combination of both. Like, he's like fine on. Like, I don't think he's as good as Quid on melee champs, but he's close.
I don't know. Where he played Akali was like pretty good at that game.
Yeah,
So.
I like that. At least
He was pretty crisp. Yeah.
That was at least what I thought before the series. Like, after that, I was like, this guy's pretty good at Akali. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, he's more of a combination of both. So I thought that was a pretty interesting approach. But I mean, the game seemed hard. They played Shen into Sion, which is a matchup that some people are playing now. Did not go well for Dokla in lane. He was just getting destroyed by Morgan. He was down like 20 CS. It felt like he never had time to ult. But I think you got to see the strength of LYON in this game. They got into that one fight where they had really great position. Like, Akali got the bot wave, was looping all the way through the jungle. They have Shen on mid turret, so they're coming from like essentially like 4 directions. Berserkers in river, and then you have the Alistar and the Xin Zhao fighting over the wall on Nico, and then you have Akali wrapping around, Shen coming from the other side. I thought it was like a pretty solid approach to the fight, and that just completely
doomed the game for TL.
completely doomed the game for TL. So yeah, I mean, I think it is what it is. I think everyone just knows LYON is the strongest team in NA right now. I think it's obvious from these results, right? They 3-0'd us, 3-0 TL. Yeah, and they're going to be our 1 seed going into internationals. It's kind of crazy because, like, during the split, they didn't feel that strong, but it feels like they just know how to level up. Like, just is what it is. Games 2 and 3 were both kind of stomps. Game 3 was that, like, 15-0 game where it just felt completely unplayable.
I was watching the World Cup. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I was in my hotel room, World Cup on the big screen, and LCS on the phone. But I was looking at the big screen rather than the phone. So
yeah, I mean, it's hard to watch these games the day after you get eliminated.
Really feel like it, yeah.
Nick kind of has like he likes the humiliation ritual of going to like watch the games in person to feel horrible about himself. To like motivate himself.
Yeah, that works.
I can't do it. I was watching, but I didn't want to go to the venue. Also, like, it hurts to like see fans and then be like, it's okay, you did a great job anyway this weekend. It's like, that was not a fucking great job. Like, you don't have to lie to me, like it feels
thanks,
so bad.
but like you're lying and we all know it.
It's like, I know you're trying to make me feel better and I appreciate that. But I'm like, I mean, I think we all felt embarrassed by that series.
Yeah.
It's just a thoroughly
I
embarrassing.
mean, all the fans are like traveling and stuff. Like there's a lot of fans who flew in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff that I saw with like delays with flights. Like people had, like headaches with that, and then they come to the venue to support us, and
it's just
we
like
didn't
shame.
play, so
It's like you just feel ashamed.
we all feel bad about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the goal is to get back to the point where like the fans can feel proud of being C9 fans, and they don't have to come to us and try to like cheer us up, and be like, "Oh, you guys are great," and it's like, clearly we're not. Everyone saw that shit, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, to me, I think it's more motivation. I mean, I'm like obviously new to coaching, so it's all pretty exciting for me. Even like going to the venue, like being in a crowd like that. Like I haven't been on a stage like that in, I don't know, 10 years or something, maybe 11 years. Don't want to date myself too much, but like for me, it's like a lot of motivation to just be better at my job. Like I think we all feel the same way. Just try to do the little things, find the things that we can all improve on to make this work, because I feel like that's just how it is. It's just team effort. Everyone has to just be a little bit better, and then hopefully the results are different.
Yep.
So anyways, thank you guys for watching episode 50 of the Cloud9 Kia Forecast. We will have some episodes coming soon, more towards Split 3, so stay tuned for those.